What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another review. This time I take a look at Piranha 3D, the remake of the original 1978 Piranha movie. Alright, so I'm going to make this review as short as I possibly can. I love Piranha 3D. I think Piranha 3D is one of those rare remakes that outdoes the original movie in spades. Not only that, this movie is directed by Alexander Raja. And if you're familiar with Raja's work, he did the Hills Have Eyes remake, which was fucking excellent. And I think that Piranha 3D, though not an excellent movie, it is a damn surefire fun movie. So, I think my biggest criticism with the original 1978 movie is that I think it took itself maybe a little bit too seriously, and I don't really think it fully embraced the ridiculousness of it. Piranha 3D embraces the ridiculousness of it. Not only that, it pays loving homage to Jaws in the prologue because you have Richard Dreyfuss playing this character of Matt Boyd, and Dreyfuss' appearance in this movie is straight out of Jaws. It's almost like this movie is almost like he's doing a parody of his own character, and it's actually Dreyfuss' character who was the first victim to die by the piranhas, and it's his death that kind of catapults this entire movie into motion. And when this movie gets going, this movie gets going. This movie runs for 88 minutes, but about 82 minutes is that is film, and they make the most out of those 82 minutes of screen time. From the moment this movie starts, it hits the ground running. It's fast paced. It's got a good adrenaline flow to it. It's got a stellar cast of actors. Now, not all these actors are fantastic, and their characters are really flat. But for a movie like this, it kind of works. And you know what? The actors do a good enough job where you actually care about them and you want them to survive the ordeal that's happening. But you also have a good mix of veteran actors. I mean, you have Elizabeth Shue, who plays the town sheriff. Elizabeth Shue is from Back to the Futures Part 2 and 3. She plays a single mom of 3 children, and she's a good character. I like her. You have the amazing Ving Rhames as her partner. And Ving Rhames probably has the most badass scene in this entire movie where he takes a freaking motorboat and starts killing a bunch of piranhas. You know, Ving Rhames goes out like a champion in this movie. You know, you have Jerry O'Connelly, who was pretty much playing a sleazy porn director, and he is just downright over the top, embracing the role, and you can tell that O'Connelly is having a ball playing this sleazebag. He's great. You know, you also have the young teen characters. You know, Stephen R. McQueen, who is the lead. He does okay for what he's given. Now, I don't think he's that in this movie. I don't think he's that great of an actor, but he's not horrible either. I mean, you can tell that this is his first big break of a movie. So yeah, his acting is going to be choppy here and there, but I thought he handled his scenes fairly well, and there are a number of scenes that I actually enjoyed him in. And I also like the little thing that's happening with this girl Kelly, who he has a crush on, but he just doesn't want to admit it in a way. I mean, that can get a little, tedious here and there, but it is what it is. This movie is not a romance story, thank God. You have cameo by Christopher Lloyd, who plays Carl Goodman, who is an expert on piranhas, and he pretty much tells everyone what these piranhas are. Now, unlike the original movie where they're like scientifically, genetically created piranhas, these are prehistoric piranhas that have lived in a subterranean lake beneath the lake of Lake Victoria, which is where this movie takes place, and they have been awakened. You know what? I buy the premise of this movie more than I buy the premise of the original movie, because this movie actually makes a commentary, like how they're still alive. At least this movie, the piranhas in this movie being what they are, I can buy that more than the piranhas in the original movie, which I thought was just completely ridiculous. I mean, if the original movie would have took that approach to the piranhas and how the piranhas were able to be what they are in the original movie, I would have bought it a little better. I like it better in this. Not only that, you have Adam Scott, who plays one of the researchers in this movie. And Adam Scott, I thought he was funny in this movie, and he also has a couple of scenes of badassery near the end of the movie. And the end of the movie is where this movie kicks it into high gear. When the piranhas start to swarm and they attack this spring break party, it is carnage candy. It is so visceral, so just over the top and bloody, and I love it. See, For a movie like this, that works. And for the approach that the original Piranha took, that worked for that movie. This movie, exploiting the violence, it works because it's over the top, it's extreme, but it's fun to watch. And the makeup and the prosthetic makeups in this movie are all fantastic. Now, the CGI in this movie is really spotty and is really dodgy in a lot of areas. Particularly, some of the piranhas look just look kind of ugly from a CGI standpoint. And then you have some CGI where the piranhas look halfway decent. This movie is also head to toe covered in nudity. This movie is basically like a softcore porn. So if you want nudes in your horror movie, this movie's got it for you. If you want carnage candy in your horror movie, this movie's got it for you. Oh man. Oh yeah. So like I said, from a casting standpoint, I thought everyone for the most part did a good job. From a production value standpoint, again, I like Alexander Raja as a director. I think he's the most underrated horror director, and it's a damn shame he never really took the mantle of Wes Craven, because the man had between this and Hills Have Eyes remake, this guy should have had more of a career, and it's a damn shame that he kind of got sidelined for a bunch of hacks like Eli Roth, who makes a cameo in this movie, and he's actually kind of hilarious. I'm not gonna lie, Eli Roth is hilarious as the MC of the Spring Break Party, and his death scene is great because a motorboat kind of like destroys his entire face. It's hilarious. But from a production standpoint, the cinematography in this movie is done by John R. Laurinaitis, and this is a beautiful looking movie. The colors are so vibrant. Everything just looks very colorful, and I like it. I like the aesthetic of this bright, colorful looking movie, because when you see the carnage candy, the blood really pops out, and that's actually a positive. I love the vibrating colors that just pop, especially when you get to the carnage candy. It looks fantastic. So yeah, this is a beautifully shot movie from a cinematography standpoint. And Alexander Raja actually has some good camera work in this movie as well. Again, this is a well put together movie. The writing in this movie, it's not too bad. The jokes, some are good and some are flat, but overall, they're good. They're good for what they are. So yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on Piranha 3D. In case you haven't noticed, I enjoy this movie. I like it a lot. I think it's head and shoulders better than the original movie, which is why I'm giving Piranha 3D a solid 8 out of 10. Is this a perfect movie? Hell no. Is it a downright fun and entertaining movie that's gonna keep you invested from start to finish? Absolutely. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Piranha 3D. Let me know yours in the comment sections down below. Like the video and subscribe, and I'll check you back next time for more.